Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to Shift Now for December 19th to December 21st, 2022. For those of you who are new to Shift Now, my name is Arlene Grace, and I am a spiritual coach, a conscious channel, master numerologist. I'm an alchemist. And so if you are just landing in on the call, I invite you to say hello, welcome. Yeah, and I'm curious. I'm curious as to what your weekend was like. What did you experience? I know that we've been moving through this energy of this revealing. And so I'm curious as to what it is that was revealed to you. What did you discover about yourself? What did you discover? Um, yeah, there were a couple things that I discovered about myself. There were certain things that just came to rise up for me to see. I saw places where I was complete with relationships, but not complete because there was anything wrong with it. We just were no longer a match in both friendships and different dynamics. Good morning, Wanda and Joanne. I came to this beautiful revealing of I've got this mean girl inside of me, like this mean 13-year-old, and not to others, mean to others, but mean to myself. What else was revealed? There was a revealing for me of this where I was really being invited to create more value in my relationships, which showed me where I wanted to complete relationships, right? And so, as you are landing in, I'm inviting you to share what was revealed to you this weekend, because we've been journeying this month. And the journey this month, good morning, has been this revealing of truth. We've been moving on this journey to the state of truth. And in this state of truth, this feeling of truth that is in our body, there's been this letting go, or an invitation to let go of things that do not match this state, right? Not because they're wrong, not because they aren't valuable, not because any of those things. It simply doesn't match, and it would be a lie to keep on holding on to those things, right? It was interesting as I was meditating this morning. The word hoarding came through, and I thought, ooh, such an interesting word. And it was this energy of, well, where are you hoarding things? Where are you? And I'm going to talk some, kid lingo. Where are you leaving people unopened in your messenger? Or where are you leaving them where you leave them read, but you don't respond to them? And so there's this funny energy of, where are you keeping people in your life just in case something else doesn't match or something else doesn't work out for you? And there's this invitation to cut the ties, to cut and let go of this enmeshment energy of where we're holding on to people in our life. But in that holding on energetically, we are holding ourselves in the same consciousness. We are playing with lack, and we are holding ourselves back from what it is that we want. It's like holding one foot in the past in our old life, while trying to move forward in what it is that we're wanting to experience. There's this idea that we must let go of the people. And sometimes that's true. And are you willing to let go of the people? Are you willing to not let go of the people because you don't like them, or because of any other thing? There's no judgment in the letting go. I accept them as who they are, but I'm willing to let go, right? And so as we're navigating this, we're now moving into this energy of one Queen of Hearts. And one Queen of Hearts is this beautiful awareness. We're coming to a deeper sense of truth. We're coming into information that is going to arise for us or within us, right? And Queen of Hearts is this beautiful energy of, I animate through the energy of love. I animate myself and the world through the energy of love. I am love. And in this knowingness that I am love and I am creating my own experiences in it, I am willing to be unconditional with myself. I am willing to be in full acceptance of who I am now, always. And so sometimes in this energy, and I feel that this is rising up, especially as we come closer to the holidays. There are just some things that we don't want to go to, or there are some people that we just don't want to see, but we hold on to these patterns that keep us stuck in the past. Now, I remember as a child, and this is a great example, my parents used to make me go and hug the uncle who I did not know, or they would pass me over and have me sit on his lap, or they would make me go hug an aunt when I didn't want to. They would ask me to go and do these things that were just not comfortable for me. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to allow strangers into my space. But because it was the holidays, or because, it was family, or because of these things, I did it because I was the good girl, right? I did the same thing in my 30s. I got married because they didn't want me to be shamed. They didn't want me to be embarrassed because at that time I was pregnant. And so I did the things that the good girl did to run away from shame, to not get in trouble, to be seen, to be heard, to be loved, to be validated, all of those things. Instead of saying no, because when I said no, I got in trouble. And right now we're being invited to say no, to forego the idea of to love myself, to honor myself, to honor my own energy, to unconditionally love myself. I am willing to say no, not because I'm in judgment of anything that is happening in front of me or in my experience, but simply because I don't want it. I don't choose it. And so this is what we are coming into this week. This is the starting of our week, to be in this energy of I am love. I am this energy. I have this energy of love that flows through me, and I know what it is that I want to animate. I know what it is that I want to create in this experience of love. I know where I want to share this experience of love and whom I want to share this experience of love with, because I am the chooser of it. I am the creator of it. And if these things do not match it, I am willing to say, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Not to, and to not have to justify why, right? Because there is no one here to shame me. There is no one here to direct my life. There is no one here to tell me what to do except me. And so I realized through this journey that it was very important for me not to do that to my own children. When my children did not want to go with someone, I did not force them. I did not push them. I did not do the things. I did not judge them. And that was from my own understanding, right? I do not want to impose my child to be with someone who they do not want to be with. And that's as they were younger, right? I let them feel out and trust their own intuition, trust their own bodies, trust their own guidance system. And the same thing happens when I see a child. I ask for permission. Can I have a hug? And if they say no, that's okay. I don't take it personally. And so in all of this, there's this idea of, as I come into this energy of love and I know what I want to experience, I know who I want to experience it with, I know who I want to be with and spend time with, I'm not going to give any further meaning to anyone who says no to that, right? I'm not going to take that personally. And so as we move through and we go closer to the holidays, we get to sift and sort and decide, well, where do I want to be? Where do I want to spend my energy? And where am I willing to release the complication? Because the complication comes in doing the things that you don't want to do and making meaning out of it. That was another thing that was rising up, where I was seeing where I was no longer making meaning. to people who didn't want to spend time with me, or this idea that someone was gaslighting me, or this idea that, it all fell away because all it was doing was creating complication. When really and truly, the invitation is to come into full acceptance of who you are in this moment. I fully accept who I am. And when I go and I look in the mirror and that mean, bitchy 13-year-old comes out and like starts to speak to whatever she sees in the reflection, it's like, whoa, stop. I'm going to come back to who I am here now. I'm not 13, right? I'm going to come back to how I feel now in this moment. How do I want to feel in this moment? So that I can see that what is in the mirror is just a reflection. It's not me. It's just a reflection. This here is me, not what I see outside of me. And that's what this energy is asking, to remember that you are not the reflection. This here is you, not what you see. So now we move into Tuesday. As we move into Tuesday, we are now being invited to connect with others, right? We're going to be receiving the resources. People are going to be coming into our lives to show us where we may be sacrificing ourselves, where we may not be acting on behalf of ourselves, where we may be giving our energy to others when we came into this awareness, right? Where we notice these things that we had been doing to ourselves or allowing for ourselves out of our awareness because it was just a pattern, right? It was just a pattern that we were playing out because we weren't aware of it, right? And so instead, coming back to this place of, okay, as I come into connection with my lover, with my friends, with my mom, with my dad, with my stepmom, all of those things, I get to now choose. What am I choosing? Am I going to choose myself? Am I going to act on behalf of the love that I have for myself? Am I going to raise my value? Because that's your key today. Your key is to notice as you're connecting with others where you may be either manipulating another person in order to spend time with you. And manipulation is such a harsh word, but I mean, how many of us have bribed our children with food? Bribed our children with, toys, bribed our children, come on, just give me a hug for this. I'll give you this. Right. So noticing where we may be manipulating, where we may be sabotaging ourselves, maybe noticing where we are judging other people, where we may be giving meaning to other people and what they're doing in the world when it has nothing to do with us. Because really and truly, it's just showing us where we are, in fact, in lack in our own lives. So we're playing with sacrifice. We're playing with our value and the willingness to act on behalf of that. And so I'm just looking at some of the comments here. Can't go through the motions anymore. Practicing my own or your advice is always hard. Yeah. And so absolutely, it's always hard. And it's always hard to navigate those things when we're not sure of what it is that we want. And so I'm going to invite you, Fuali, to come back to, well, what do I actually want? What do I actually want to experience? Because when I can come into a better knowing, a better idea of what it is that I want, I can then make choices based on behalf of it, right? Instead of having life choose for me, I'm going to be the chooser. But I can only be the chooser if I know what I want, right? And this exactly is what the energy is going to be tomorrow, Tuesday. Am I going to be the chooser of my life, or am I going to let life choose on for me? Tell me what to do. Because as we're navigating the truth, as we're navigating the rest of the December, as we've had this revealing, we're navigating the idea of where am I still giving the outside, whatever's outside, other people, the opportunity to tell me what to do, to tell me how to live my life, to tell me what I should like or shouldn't like, or how I should, look in my body, where I should be taking this supplement, where I should be, whatever that is. Life is limitless. Where you are really navigating, well, you have all of the answers. This is where we're going until we come to the end of December, right? You have all the answers. Guilt trip, guilty. Yeah. All right. And so when you feel into the guilt, and I can feel it as you're feeling into the guilt in your body, are you just simply willing to allow yourself to have what you want? What if guilt was something that was just sabotaging you or holding you back from what you wanted when really guilt was just an illusion? Guilt is just an illusion that was prescribed in a pattern where when we didn't act the way that we were supposed to act by our parents. And this is not to negate or to say that our parents were bad parents. This is to say that our parents were raised during certain conditions, in cultural aspects, in society that is not the same as who we are now. And so in this time, you know, they made us feel guilty when we didn't act on behalf of what it is that they wanted us to do. And that was just the way of being. Like, they would take things away, they would do the things, or they would ground us, they would make us stand in the corner, they would, not let us eat food, they would do all of those things in order to control. All of this is about control. And if you could let go of that pattern, this guilt that you're feeling is not guilt you're feeling here in this moment. The guilt that you're feeling is guilt that you're feeling from when you were 3 and you were standing in the corner and not being able to move. And so if we were to just let go of the past and come back to, well, what do I want? This is my life, right? This is my life and I choose to live it. I choose to live the life that I want. This is my life. I'm here. I'm here now, right? I'm here now in this moment. Wouldn't I want to live life and just love it? Right? So that's Tuesday. Now we move into Wednesday. And so as we move into Wednesday, we're moving into expression, we're moving into action, we're moving into this Mars energy, right? There's going to be this movement and there's going to be this amplification of the energy. And so look at the energy here. It might be very emotional. And if some of you are already starting to feel the emotions, we are going to continue to feel the emotions for the rest of the year. And this day, specifically Wednesday, it's going to be amplified. There's going to be movement of your own energy. And so you're going to want to pay attention to your own nervous system. You're going to want to pay attention to your own breathing. You're going to want to pay attention to, where is my mind and where am I focused? Because this is an energy where things are both falling away and rising up for you to see. So, what is a beautiful example? Every year for me, just around my birthday, I lose all my clients or I let them all go in my business. Like, they all just go, or we're just complete with the work that we're doing. And so as they're leaving, and I'm letting them go at the same time, there are a couple that stay behind, but there's always this cleaning out, like it's just complete. And then by the time I get to my birthday, it's like new slate. So there's this completion and there's this new awareness of, okay, there's a new way that I'm wanting to work with my clients. There's a new way of wanting to express. There's a new way of wanting to play with my clients that is now here for me to play with. And so I can fall into the lack of boo-hoo. All my clients are gone and I don't have anyone I'm working with, and I don't know where my money's going to come from, and what am I going to do with all of this time? Like, I have so much time, and so I'm freaking out because I'm not doing anything, right? Or I can stay in this, and there's this beautiful opportunity to play with, what is it that I'm wanting, or what is it that I'm being inspired to do at this time? What is it that how am I expressing myself in the world? Am I changing the way that I express? Am I doing something different? And so I'm not going to focus on what's falling away. I'm going to focus on, okay, this is where I'm headed. And I'm not going to worry about the things. Like, I'm not going to worry about never having clients again, or I'm not going to worry about never having money again, or I'm not going to worry about any of that, because I trust everything is available here for me now. And so this is the energy on Wednesday. Things will be falling away as other things are being fulfilled. And where are you going to focus on that? Because It's like having this experience of all of the love that you've ever had and all of the love that you can possibly experience all at the same time. And so there's this creation of your life, there's this movement of your life that your life is being taken higher, whether you want it or not. And it's not that you have no choice, but you will feel the resistance as you are being called higher, right? And so it's paying attention and noticing, where are my pain points? Because my pain points are going to tell me that I'm acting on behalf of what I don't want rather than moving the direction of what I do want. And so there's this beautiful invitation to release this complication that we have in our life and allow ourselves to move into the simplicity of, okay, I want this. I just want this. And if I want this, and I'm going to focus on what it is that I want this, and this wanting is not because I need it. This wanting is just to activate a direction. It's to activate a focus. And if I'm going to allow myself to be in acceptance of what it is that I want, because I can feel some of you in this group, like what you want is not what you have right now. And what you want means there's going to be a shedding away. And so this fear is rising of, oh man, if I want this, that means my relationship might fall apart. That means that I might be quitting my job. That means that I'm going for broke. That means, and so there's a lot of things that are being let go of. As you focus on what you want, are you willing to have it anyway? And are you willing to move through the what feels like an illusion? These things are holding you and they're binding you to this idea that you can't have it because of this. Well, are you willing to have it anyway, to see that this that you think is going to fall away might not actually fall away? That is very possible that your lover or your partner will fully support you. That is very possible that in this decision of letting go of your job, that you could actually be let go and you get let go with a beautiful package, right? To come into this, I know what I want and I decide it. If the example is, I know that I hate this job and I want to do something else, well, it doesn't mean that you're going to, I hate this job, I quit, and you just text your boss and say, I'm out. No, it's this, I know what I want. I'm deciding that I'm going to pursue something else and I'm going to move through the journey of it. I will be inspired as to when I'm going to let go of this job. And I can trust that I will be inspired. And I trust that the universe or God or whoever you want to call it, creator, will adjust as I make this focus, as I bring this focus into my life, right? Because we're not just playing with you. We're playing with the greater, the more, which is 99% of what we cannot see. Right. I know, I'm feeling into you, Fu. So, yeah, I love it. It's an interesting energy. Like I'm loving it. And there's a clearing that's happening for everyone. Like there's things that are moving through. And so I am curious. I'm curious about what is rising up for you, what questions you have. I mean, it is December 19th. Man, Christmas is here. And so, good morning, everyone. Hello. Allison had an awareness of this bitchiness that I had within myself. Yep, me too. I did not like what I felt, crabby for no reason at all. Yeah, for sure. And you unfollowed more people on social media. Yeah, exactly. This is like, what are you letting go of? I noticed, well, I got all my Christmas wrapping done. I did all this baking this weekend, but there are things that are wanting to leave my house. There are things that no longer belong here, that are ready to be donated. There are things in my closet that don't match me anymore. And it's like, things are going to go. So there's this clearing out energy. I'm doing the same now, honoring the conditioned experiences my children want to create for themselves. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Okay, let's see. Right? Lori just threw out piles of old papers, right? I know. There's just this letting go because we're constantly changing. Uh, we're constantly evolving, and we're constantly seeing ourselves in new ways. That's what evolution is. We're perceiving ourselves in new ways. And this week, we're being invited to perceive ourselves as love itself, as if I am love, then how will I act on behalf of that? If I am unconditionally loving to myself, then what do I choose, right? Oh my goodness. Finish your food. I had that when I was a kid. Don't you know there are children starving? Especially where my parents lived. Don't you know there are children starving? There are children that don't have food. Yeah. All right, let's see. The theme for me is relationship with passion. Ooh, I'd love a card to ignite more of this, please. Okay, so I'm only laughing because I have a question and then this card. So, Four of Hearts. But the question that was coming up is, well, how do you define passion? And I'm going to invite you to feel into the Queen of Hearts, like feel into the divine feminine energy. And as you're feeling into the feminine and just allowing the feminine to flow through you, and just allow it to activate you, because I can feel like there's some energy that's moving in your heart, moving out through your lungs, down in through your sacral and around your hips. I can feel into your bones. So just allowing this feminine energy to flow. And I can hear there's a question that plays in your, I don't know if this question is playing in your mind, but the question, who hurt you? And we're just allowing that question to rise up and to go. That question is, I feel like from a 13-year-old self. And so we're just going to allow that to go. And as you're allowing this feminine energy to flow through you, can you feel the I guess the best word is the tonality of this energy, or can you feel how this frequency is warm, is inviting, it's allowing, it's open? And just notice. This energy that you're feeling is the flow. This is how we bring the flow within our own body to allow us to be open. The feminine is open. She is inviting, she is receiving, she is the receptacle for her man, right? She is the receiver. And so as you're allowing this energy to flow through you, to flow and to be allowing, are you willing to allow yourself to be, I'm going to use the word penetrated by your partner, right? And in penetration, it means his own energy coming to you first, allowing him to come to you as you remain inviting and open and allowing. And just notice how this is different from what you're experiencing in your relationship now. Because as you're feeling into this, I can feel the back start to tighten. The back is like, what the fuck? You want me to receive him? You want me to receive energetically first? And yes, we do. And so we're just going to allow that energy to move. There's a part of you that distrusts his energy or distrusts. Oh, I get it. So there's this energy that distrusts because when you want what you want, it doesn't always come the way you want it to come, or it doesn't always come when you want it to come. And so we're allowing this energy of distrust to just fall away. And will you remain open anyway, without expectation, um, without force? And so playing with this energy, playing with this, allowing yourself to be open, to receive, to be penetrated, for lack of better words, but they are good words too, to allow yourself to just be open to whatever is possible, which will now ignite more passion with him, right? And so in this opening within your own body and the allowing with this flow of this frequency, this energy, we shifted the energy within the own body in the receiving, the willingness to receive. And now it's to stay in this frequency. To now feel the frequency of passion. As you are open, feel that frequency, feel the energy of passion. What does passion feel like in your body? Yeah. So as you stay open and allowing without expectation, and you hold this frequency of passion, connection, desire, play, whatever. I don't want to give you the words. Now you allow that to come through. Now you allow yourself to receive that. Ooh. Well, that sounds fun. Awesome. Catholic upbringing. Yep. I had that. Oh, nice. Okay, let me just see here. Samantha, you're moving to a 4-year, right? 4s are flow. 4 is flow, right? It's adding flow into your life. When you think about all of the pillars that you have, the pillars of, home, family, it's having flow within every single aspect of your life. Mesa, I would love cards to support my ongoing self-love, self-trust work, and allowing all the possibilities and opportunities to show up for me. Thank you. Yeah. You're welcome, Samantha. There's this rush. You're in a rush. I could feel you. Like I started to shuffle the cards even faster, or they wanted to shuffle even faster. I could feel my fingers. I could feel my heart. It was like, I need to get this done. I need to hurry up. I need to rush. I need to feel this love for myself. I need to trust myself. I need to allow these possibilities and opportunities to show up. I need to get it done now. And there's this illusion of time that's playing with you. It's wanting to go. Yeah. So I'm just going to invite you to take a breath. And to close your eyes and to come into the body, and I invite all of you to do the same if you feel inspired. And as you come into the body and you feel into the essence of you, as you feel into your essential self, just tap into you. I'm going to invite you to just look outside of you, look beyond you, and imagine you could see the things outside of you that you were giving too much power to, or too much that you were allowing to choose for your life. Does that make sense? So whether that is a teacher, or your business or your sister or your father or your husband or people in your community where you are giving all of your focus, not all, but you are giving more focus than you should to others that are outside of you. And then just come back in. Come back and feel into the essential self, your essence. And now, are you willing, after you see all of that, after you notice all of the places where you might have been giving more focus to rather than yourself, where you were giving more attention to rather than yourself, where you were saying yes to others when you wanted to say no, are you willing to choose yourself now? Are you willing to choose yourself first? Because that's supporting yourself in ongoing self-love. To choose on behalf of you and to let go, not because there's a problem there, but to let go of these people in that way, to let go of where you feel you have to choose others before yourself, and to come into this place of forgiveness. Will you forgive? Because it feels as though there are all of these changes that are happening within yourself, within your own life, that are now starting to translate in what you see in your relationships. But you're now being inspired to speak on behalf of it. And will you? Because the more that you continue to choose you, to act on behalf of you, the more trust you build within yourself, the more that you allow for the possibilities and the opportunities to be seen. The possibilities and the opportunities are already there. Yeah, right? And so you've already done the work. You're already feeling the energy within yourself. You're already doing the things, but now are you acting on behalf of it? Are you choosing you when others come before you? When those that you love come and they say, hey, it's like my parents, they absolutely love and adore me, absolutely love and adore me, but they still wanted me to get married when I didn't want to. They still loved and adored me. And I said no until I said yes. And now it would just be no, right? But we had to grow through that experience. We had to go through that relationship. And same with you. It's, are you willing to say no to others without having to give a reason as to why, without justifying, and to simply choose you, to love you unconditionally, you, right? Because you're taking this love higher. You're taking this love higher. And so you are supporting yourself. All of it is connected together, which is beautiful. Love it. Good morning, Sharon. Yeah. All right, Fiona, I have a question. Is Spring Creek Ranch a good place for me to move to? Okay, so the cards will not tell you yes or no. The cards will always invite you to feel into yourself. But let's see what card will support the question itself. Three of Spades. Okay. When you feel into Spring Ranch, can you see yourself living there? Can you feel the energy of that space? Can you imagine that while you're there, are you taking your life higher? Are you taking your expression higher? It almost feels like, are you letting go of the enmeshment that's around you? It almost feels like the space that you're living in right now is fully enmeshed with either the owner of the space or who you're renting the space from, or all of those things. And the question with the Three of Spades is, as you look at this other place, Spring Creek, Are you actually terminating this contract, this idea, this energy itself, this pattern, and that's moving you forward in this direction? Or are you taking this enmeshment pattern with you to this space? Because this, if you're taking this pattern with you to this space, you're actually being invited to let go of the pattern altogether and then move. Does that make sense? So as you're feeling into Spring Creek and you're imagining yourself in this space, are you taking your life higher? Are you letting go of the pattern of enmeshment, of codependence, of lack? And will you choose it? It's simply your choice. But this feels like you are inviting yourself to go higher. You are letting go of different things, but you are the decider of it, right? And so as you decide whether or not Spring Creek Ranch is the place for you to go, either way, you are being you are being inspired into a new journey of one, your own wholeness, your wholeness of one, who you are as this expression in your body, but who you are in your entire life, how you are the creator of your own experiences, how you are the chooser of where you want to focus your own energy, how you want to experience life in such a way. Like, I feel like this journey to Spring Creek Ranch is this it's this unveiling of all of this work that you've been doing, all of this release, all of this trauma work that you've been doing, all of the navigating these relationships that you've been doing so that you can move into this new space. It's almost like you're leaving where you are right now is this cocoon. And the unveiling of you as this beautiful butterfly is the new space, whether that's Spring Creek Ranch, you'll know if you feel into it. But this is what's happening for you anyway, right? Yeah. You're on a journey. And I know you've been on a journey. The journey goes, the depth of the journey starts to increase so that you can start to see the results in your experience, which I love. Yeah. Ah, beautiful. Love that. May I, Sharon, hello, may I have a card for some guidance about my 7-year-old daughter and the difficulties she's going through right now? Ooh. She's in transition. She's in transition. So when you look at her, chart, she's moving into her Venus. I can feel it. There's like a shifting that's happening within her, but the shift that's happening is, of course, happening at a cellular level as well. And so she's when you feel yourself in your year, you can feel when you're transitioning through seasons, right? And so she's transitioning from the season of Mercury into the season of Venus. Now, I don't know when her birthday is, but yeah, there's a lot of pressure that's happening, I feel. So 7 of Hearts. I'm just tapping a bit into her energy. June 16th. Oh, Ace of Diamonds. That's me. Yeah. So as I'm tapping into her energy, and I'm not going to tap into, she's just feeling a lot of pressure at the head, and this energy is wanting to come in through the body, but she's resisting the shift and resisting the energy itself. I feel like there's been changes in how she's seeing life. There's changes, whether that's how she's seeing life in her relationships. It's like she moved from the mind into the heart, and she's being invited to move this energy down into the heart because of this transition. And it So imagine it to be, imagine like she's a child. Imagine it to be this heart opening that's happening for her. So there's this heart opening that's happening for her, and she's not sure how to navigate all of the emotions that are moving through. Like there's a lot of emotions that she's starting to feel. I can sense, or I sense that she's very intuitive. And so in this, being so intuitive and open to receiving all of this energy, the shifting is she's now feeling so much more energy, um, and more of the frequency of all of these emotions that are flowing through. Now, a lot of these frequencies that are flowing through are from the world itself, because there's changes and there's happenings in the world, and so she's feeling the consciousness of the planet, and that at times can be a little bit overwhelming. And so just helping her to build her own practice, or to find her own tool, which I know you do, to navigate just staying in the body, staying in tune with her own breath, feeling safe within her own body. During this time, also, there's this shifting where many of us were so open up until around the age of 7, that this is when there is a shift and there's a closing in the brain. Like there's a oh my gosh, I forgot. The critical faculty within the own brain starts to be created. And so this is the space where the unconscious and the conscious starts to be separated. And so, yeah. So in that separation, it's almost like she's resisting that separation of her unconscious to her conscious. She's wanting to stay in the magic. And so allowing her to navigate, okay, all is well, you are safe. There's a changing that's happening within her own mind. The result is like she's letting go of the baby as she moves in the direction of being a big girl as well. And yeah, she's coming into acceptance of that too. So I hope that serves. She's got a lot of energy moving through her. She's very sweet. Yeah, awesome. And of course, it just simply being an invitation for her just to tap in, to feel into her body, to play. And sometimes it's just play, right? If you still have time, I'd love a card. My intention is to move through this tightness through my body. I think it's resistance. Okay. You're welcome, Sharon. And so I can feel the tightness in the heart, and it's moving out into the back, and it's like really rooted into the back and moving up through. Like it feels like it's in your muscular system, but it's all, yep, and it's moving, and it's all starting at here, the heart and the throat. What's your biggest fear? And just think about, what is your biggest fear? What's holding you back? And you can type it in the chat, or you can just say it. My biggest fear is this. And just notice as you say it, as you think it, as you express it, as you yell it, that the resistance starts to fall away. I'm afraid of change. I am afraid of the unknown. Beautiful. And notice how it's opening up in the body. Now, can you accept? Can I accept? Can I accept? Are you willing to accept that you are afraid of change and the unknown? And take a breath and just notice it starts shifting. And there's still a little bit of holding on, right? But it's starting to open. When you feel the fear of the change and the unknown, I can see that you would rather have the certainty, even though the certainty hurts your feelings. You would rather have the certainty of, it's almost, I'm just using this as an example. I would rather stay with the bad boyfriend, right? And I'm just using that as an example, right? I'd rather stay with the bad boyfriend, because if I stay with the bad boyfriend, then I know he's gonna not show up. I know that he's not gonna I know that he's not going to be reliable. I know that he's not going to do all those things. And those things are predictable. And so I would rather know that predictability of letting myself be disappointed than to be in the uncertainty of allowing love to come to me, to flow with me, to play with me, to have the passion that I'm desiring, to have all of the things. I would rather be here. When the Jack of Spades is like, will you let go of that pattern? Will you let go of having the certainty that hurts your feelings, that disappoints you, that I'm hearing the word unreasonable. Are you willing to choose having a life that is full of love? And it's a decision, right? Because the life is always changing. The world around us is always changing. It's never the same. It's always in constant movement, always, including yourself. You are always in constant movement. Everything is changing at a cellular level. Your body is always changing. You are hungry one moment, not hungry the next. You are thirsty one moment, not thirsty the next. You want some sugar, you want some coffee, you want some salt. Everything is always changing within your own body, the dynamics, and in your life, within your own relationships, within your own business. Everything is always changing. It is constant. That is the one thing that is true. Change, constant. And so are you willing to flow with the changes? Are you willing to decide? Right? Yeah. Because in this, you're being invited to trust your own intuition, your own guidance system that has been wanting to inspire you, play with you, guide you, lead you. It's been wanting to have this conversation with you, but you're playing in this pattern of disappointment, right? And so are you willing to stop in the moment? And the moment you feel that fear or you feel the resistance, you stop, you take a breath, and you accept. You accept who you are now in this moment. You accept life as it is instead of giving meaning to the conditions, giving meaning to what's happening around you. To feel into your intuition and ask, okay, what's next? What's my next step? Right? I'm willing to move forward. I'm willing to decide. I'm willing to have the life that I desire. I'm willing to have those experiences. I want love. That's what I feel. I want love. And of course, you're the Two of Spades. I want love and I want to be me. And so you're being invited to be you. Will you be that? Will you be the full expression of who you are? And so this is the journey. The journey is for you to be you and to notice where you're not. And as you come into the awareness of where you're not being you, where you may shift who you are with your parent or with your children or with your husband or with your friends, with your clients, doesn't matter who, but where you put that mask on. Yeah. And so will you take off the masks, right? I want love and I want to be me, right? Who doesn't want, who doesn't want that? Everyone in this space wants that, right? So, yeah. I love that. It's the willingness to choose. Ah, beautiful, Stephanie. All right. Are there any other people? I have time for one more. Didn't even notice it's already 11:55. All right. You're welcome. All right, Stephanie. Beautiful. Last card. Do you have an intention or a question, or is this just general? Just give you an opportunity. 2. All right. I'll do 2. Stephanie. Seven of Diamonds. Struggling in relationship. Beautiful. So there's this fast moving, as I'm feeling you, there's this fast moving, like, I need to go fix this. 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 And so there's this, I'm trying to change my physical experience or the things that are around me in order to feel safe, in order to feel loved, in order to feel validated. And you're being invited to just stop in this moment and to take a breath. And to see that the value is not in what you do. The value is not in what you do for others, in how hard you love others, in all of those things, that the value is here, you. Can you trust that you are the value? Can you trust that you are the diamond? Can you trust that everything that you are doing in this moment, in having these hard conversations, are on behalf of this value? Can you be with that? Can you be okay with that? And will you continue to take that action as you feel into you? And I can feel there's energy that's moving through your body. Just feel into your value. I am deepening the value of myself. I am valuable. I am worthy. I am enough. And I accept that. I'm just going to allow the energy to move. I am value. And we can feel emotions rising up to be released. It can be in the form of tears. It could be coughing. Yeah. Ah, you're a 5 of Hearts. Ah. Yeah, 5 of Hearts is my PRC. And so you're always going to be invited. You are on a journey. This lifetime is always going to be taking the love that you have for yourself higher. And right now, this is what is inspiring you to lead, because it feels like there's been a stagnancy, a little bit of a stagnancy of not. You've been growing, you've been in this growth period or this growth pattern. And some people haven't been growing with you as you've moved forward in this journey, and that's okay. And so in that, you came to a decision and you decided to act on behalf of this ever-growing value that is within you, which is beautiful. And so as you're navigating this material, right? As you're navigating the material things, having the conversations, making decisions, it's coming back, come back, always come back to feel into the value, to remind yourself, right? Come back to feel the value of you, the higher love that you're taking for you. Yeah. So that you can come into a partnership. So your partnership is changing. And many times our partnerships are these transactional experiences that we have. And in the transactional experiences that we have, it can be seen in society as till death do us part, or, a sign on the dotted line, to, the vows that we make with one another. And as you're navigating this and you're releasing the vow, you're releasing the contract, you're in this place where you now get to decide, how do I want to stay connected with this person? Where are we splitting our assets? How do we want to do that? How can we do this amicably? When I see that in the world, like, I don't want to be I don't want to do it the way the world has told me I have to do it by getting a divorce lawyer or this or that or the other. I want to do it my way. And so what's my way? What will fit my needs, but also connect with my partner and fit his needs as well to make it however you want it to be, right? Yeah. So I love that. Beautiful. So come back to your value. All right, Lori. Lori. Let's get a card for Lori. I feel like you are being invited in to a deeper spiritual journey. Like I feel like, I don't know if your curiosity is starting to rise up. Maybe you're wanting to learn something new. Maybe you're being inspired. I don't know. I keep on looking at my books and I keep on looking at different books. And the one that pulled me was The Secret History of Ancient Egypt. And so I don't know if you're being called to some of the ancient wisdom that's out there. Maybe, perhaps that's true. King of Hearts. I feel like there was this, was there a recent decision to let go of a relationship, or was there a further letting go of enmeshment? Does that make sense? It almost feels like the decision was made here, but there's still some remnants of that in my own thoughts, in my own thinking, in my own patterns. Is that what I'm kind of feeling that? You need to finish your numerology certification. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, I love that. Yeah, so as I'm feeling the King of Hearts is there's this wanting to sever something, wanting to let go of something. There's a pattern that you have it's interesting because it shows it as oblong. So you have a pattern of where you're really, really good, but then you get caught up in a pattern where it creates this spin within your own mind and it shoots you off into the distance where you almost feel like you're lost for a little bit and then you come back to center. Okay. So he broke up with me and needed a break. Got it. Okay. Oh, yeah. So can you notice that that's all up here in the mind when you feel it? All the anger is up in the mind. All of the frustration is up in the mind. All of the hurt is up in the mind. Yeah. I'm laughing because the King of Hearts is talking. Like, come into the heart. Come into the heart. And imagine that he's in front of you. Do you actually even want him? Everything has been moving so much here in the mind that you haven't brought him back into the heart to really see and to know whether or not you actually want to have him in your life, whether you want to have him as a lover, whether or not he is an actually like a good friend. And so the King of Hearts is like, come back to center, cut this pattern, and see whether or not he matches who you are. Because it very well may be that he doesn't. But the idea of 20 years of friendship is what's holding you bound, stuck in this vow, in this idea of, well, I must continue on this journey. I must stay with this journey because we've been together or friends for 25 years. And yeah, it's like, can you just Like, you are here to create more value, but to create more value for yourself. The Three of Diamonds, they have these beautiful patterns, right? But you are continuing to do the same pattern over and over again with him, where he's not changing, he's not shifting, and you're not yet knowing whether you actually want to be in relationship with him. You're just going with the flow of it because it's part of the pattern. And so it's very much similar to Stephanie's energy, like in Stephanie's energy, I think, where it's okay, well, stay with your value, decide on behalf of your value, decide on whether or not he's a match to your value. This is all about you. Yeah. And letting go of the idea of, yeah, he was amazing in the past. And he was amazing in the past. And what about now? Right. And so will you create on behalf of your value? Will you create relationships? Will you create, relationships with your clients? Will you create and move this energy based on your value in the where you're wanting to have your own experiences? He's not matching your experience. And so are you willing to flow your energy out in the direction of where you want to have your value mirrored back to you? Right? Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So I'm going to keep on going with the card pulls because it's Christmas. All right, Lisa. I think there's only two more. Yes, beautiful. I'm happy that it resonates. All right. Lisa. Let's see. And then I'll come to you, Tammy. Okay. Two of Hearts. So it's interesting. As I was tapping into you, there was always this like, I could feel that life around you is always giving you these little surprises. And these little surprises are like, I got to deal with that. And, I don't want that. Or, it's like, there's this like surprise. I don't like that. Surprise. I don't like that. And so some of it can be your toddler. And so it's almost like you go and you walk away and you go and do something. And then your toddler is like spilling a box of crayons all over the floor so that she can sing the song Clean Up with you. And you can connect with her. But really and truly, you're wanting to connect with yourself. It feels like you're looking for some space and time where you can just be with you, where you can be with you without your toddler. And not that your toddler's in the way, but just to take time to rest, to take time to relax, to go be with yourself. And there are opportunities and there are people that are willing to support you in that, but you're filling all of the spaces to go and work, to go to the mall to Christmas shop, to go and figure out your grocery shopping, to take your son to basketball, to go and do the things. And so you are deciding that you're going to make time for yourself, to love yourself, to spend time with yourself. But then you're allowing others to impede on that space because you think you have to do it. Because if you do it, then it's going to make your life easier, but it's not. And so the Two of Hearts is like, stop, stop it. Make a decision to take time to connect to just yourself, to allow yourself to be to love yourself in such a way, whether that's go for a massage or go and spend the afternoon by yourself somewhere on your own, and allow the world to world around you. Allow yourself to be supported by life itself. you've been controlling everything in order for it to be in certain ways in your life. And that control is taking its toll on you and on your body. And I'm using the word control purposefully, because notice where you're losing control within your own body. And so as you start to release control on how you're navigating your life right now, which is causing your body to show you where you can't control, you'll start to shift the control that you have within your own body, and you'll create more peace within yourself. And so, Two of Hearts, love yourself more, take action on behalf of it, create the time and the space, don't fill it in with others, and allow yourself to be supported in life. Yeah, because you're letting go of control. You're being invited to let go of control, which I love. So, and I saw Tammy there. All right. Allow the world to world. Oh, yeah. Say that all the time. Let the body body, allow the world to world. Let the body body, allow the world to world. The body knows exactly what to do, as does the world. We can't control it, right? Awesome. You're welcome, Lisa. All right, Tammy, last card for the day. 1211. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 1, I see you bullying yourself. Stop it. You bully yourself. You look in the mirror and you bully yourself. And I can only say that, like, I did the exact same thing to myself, right? I do that. I used to do that all the time. And so I could hear you. It's hard to stop. How do I stop? You stop when you notice you're bullying yourself. And you just accept yourself fully. You accept who you are. You love yourself wholly. You come back to the now. Because that bully that's bullying you is someone from your past, right? It's your 13-year-old self, your 14-year-old self, your 15-year-old self. Yeah, come back to now. Yeah, so 6 of Spades. I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath because there's energy that's moving. Yeah. Another deep breath. When I look through your eyes your eyes look to see life through, what do I need to fix? 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 Oh, I need to go do this. I need to go bake cookies. I need to go spend time here. I need to go here. I need to go to work. I got to take care of my dog. All of these things. What do I need to do? I need to fix. 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 What about you? And the 6 of Spades is like, you've given so much meaning to everything that's outside of you that it's actually causing, it's taking attention away from yourself. It's very much like the energy that Lisa was, where she was filling it with her kids. You're filling it up with other things that are because you've given meaning to things that don't really connect. It's almost like, I got to make all these cookies. I need to do all this baking now, because if I don't do all these all this baking, then I can't take any to work, and then they're going to be disappointed at work. And if they're disappointed at work, they're going to be disappointed in me. And if they're disappointed in me, then I don't want to disappoint anybody, because I don't want anyone to be mad at me. I want people to be happy with me. So I need to go do these cookies. And so you go do the cookies. But you've given meaning to the cookies that if you didn't get the cookies, then they would be disappointed with you. Right. And so the meaning given to things is wanting to adjust. Does that make sense? And so it's noticing where there is more meaning to things that are causing you to do things that you don't actually want to do, where you are wanting to say no, or you're wanting to take time for yourself, or where you're actually hurting your own feelings and creating judgment within yourself. Because I know that you're raising your value. right? And so this is another layer of you raising your value as you come back into loving yourself and you raise the value within yourself. The things that you're going to want to do are going to be different, right? The things that how you're going to want to spend time with others is going to be different. Whether or not you're going to be spending time, baking for others is going to be different. I get the baking thing. I spent years baking banana bread or cookies for my coworkers, or I would bake banana bread or cookies for my lover because I wanted to be loved. I wanted to be validated. And I didn't realize that until I realized it, right? Did the same thing at work. I would go and I would make an extremely large lunch and I would share that with my coworkers so that I would be accepted, so I would be loved, so I'd be getting extra time off, so I'd be all of these things. And I wasn't aware of it. I was just doing it. It wasn't until I pulled myself out of that situation where I was no longer working there that I realized that that's what I was doing. And so in the raising of your value, things are going to shift. The way you behave is going to change. And are you willing to go with that as the meaning that you've given things starts to fall away? And so stay with your frequency, stay with loving yourself, and come and discover for yourself that people love you for you, that people value you for you, not for the baked goods, not for the things you do for them, not for any of those things. They love you for you. They want to be with you for you. They want to spend time with you for you because they value you. And it begins with you first. You value you. You love you. You treat yourself with respect. You treat yourself high value. You treat yourself in such a way that others can't help but take your lead, right? And this goes for everyone. So, yeah, beautiful energy for your shift. All right. Thank you, everyone, for connecting today. Thank you for your time, your energy, your curiosity. It's almost Christmas, so I'm excited. But I will be here before Christmas, so I will see you all on Thursday. If you are curious about your own numerology, about how you are going to be supported through your year, I invite you to connect with me. And yeah, wishing you all the most amazing Wednesday. Sending you so much love. Thank you so much, Lisa. And I'll see you in the spaces. Bye for now.